Hello PTE aspirants, so this is the good news for you guys. So I have come up with the most expected questions from the dictation that are going to come in the month of April. So yes, there are 90% chances that you can get at least 2 questions from this particular video. So must go through it, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more such.
Biology department is dedicated to research activities. A new article was published regarding the university last week. The notification will not be received until the following week. Gravity is the force that attracts two bodies toward one another.
Formal conclusions could be established through rigorous experiments. Social psychology is concerned with the understanding of human behaviors.
Our faculty includes 5 libraries in the university.
Muscle cells bring parts of the body closer together.
My technique is to understand the sentence while writing the first letter of each word.
Students must wear protective clothing provided in the medical laboratory. Physics is a detailed study of matter and energy.
The student union hosts a variety of social events.
Most of the lectures begin promptly, so do not be late.
Currently, the growth of the company is unpredictable. Optional tutorials are offered in the final week of a term.
Before choosing your university courses, you should consider your future career. It is a debate about the value of knowledge.
We encourage students to complete their applications before the deadline.
Tuition fees will vary according to the fields of study.
There is no ideal debate on this topic.
Any game must be properly elaborated.
While some people regard it as reforming zeal, others regard it as recklessness.
The integration of archaeologist studies with community projects is widely encouraged.
A good academic essay should have a clear argument.
I can't hand in my dissertation this week.
His analysis study appears to be based on the false premise.
The temporary library will be closed in the winter break.
Any gains from the sales of the property must be promptly allocated.
The university will seek a colossal renovation to the faint, empty theater.
The subject is complex and difficult to explain.
Online courses enable people to improve their skills while employed.
Theory of course contributes to the community.
Classical mechanics is sometimes considered as a branch of mathematics.
The posters are on display at the larger lecture theatre.
Graduates from this course generally find jobs in the insurance industry.
The lecture is about the reasons for the financial crisis.
The study center in the library has all the latest technologies.
The blue whale is the largest animal that ever lived.
New materials and techniques are changing the style of architecture.
You do not need to have specialist knowledge to enjoy this book.
A world-renowned expert of financial management will give a guest lecture. Before preparing food, make sure you wash your hands.
There is an accounting assignment for finance students.
You must call your doctor to make an appointment. Foods containing overabundant calories supply little or no nutritional value.
The students will meet their new teachers after the summer vacation.
Please move us to the meeting room for the next hour.
Before the refrigerator was invented, people used underground ice houses.
All industries consist of systems of inputs, processes, outputs, and feedback.
Foods containing too much sugar and calories have little or no nutritional value. Foods containing too much sugar and calories have little or no nutritional value.
She has been in the library for a long time.
Many experts think that the world climate is changing.
Plants are the living things that can grow in land or in water.
The department is doing some crucial work on climate change.
Years of training are required to become a medical specialist.
A series of lectures which were shown to us in economics have been recorded. Medical researchers have focused on the causes of diseases and treatments.
The key witnesses to the event have conflicting recollections. Rivers provide habitats and migration pathways for numerous aquatic species. The economic predictions turned out to be incorrect.
The finding shows that dark chocolate can improve your immunity, mood and health.
Students are permitted to park at campus parking spaces.
These words recognize the excellence of undergraduates' research projects.
Rising sea temperature is a sign of climate change. He was regarded as the foremost economist at that time.
Teaching assistance plays a vital role in the learning process.
When the root system of a plant fails, foliage suffers. A new collection of articles has just been published.
Calculators allow us to add numbers without making mistakes.
There is no fixed career path for a qualified journalist.
An effective business manager is always open to new ideas.
Your ideas are sophisticated in seminars and tutorials. Linguistics is the scientific study and analysis of language.
Exotic activities can help students develop more talents.
The Commissioner will apportion the funds among all the sovereignties. You will be tested via continuous assessment and examinations.
Please return the reference book to the correct position on the shelf.
Extracurricular activities can help students to develop more talents.
Audition of the university choir will be on hold until the next week. The farmers need to adapt to the changes of the climate.
The digital camera has some advantages over traditional film.
The department works closely with its partners in the business community.
The orchestra will be led by a visiting conductor.
Relying on natural ability will not get you far on science.
A visit to the designed museum is of great value.
There will be a chemistry test in the class next week.
Physical health can be improved by regular training.
Honey can be used as food and health product.
Renovation work is currently being undertaken throughout the whole building.
The course involves a combination of pure and applied mathematics.
New developments in manufacturing are constantly changing the way we live.
Designers need to keep up with social trends.
Academic libraries across the world are steadily incorporating social media.
The rising of the sea level indicates climate change.
This advanced course requires a basic knowledge of economic theory.
Trees benefit the city by soaking up the rainwater that runs off its road.
We should never underestimate the power of creative design.
Marine environment has been destroyed by pollution and unsustainable development.
The year when the ship of artifacts was wrecked interested historians.
Our study program equips students with essential skills for university.
Americans have progressively defined the process of plant growth and reproductive development in quantitative terms.
Speed is defined as how quickly an object or a person moves.
Artists need to make their works both original and accessible.
Plants are able to continue growing throughout their lives.
You must hand in your essays by midday on Friday.
Tribes vied with each other to build up monolithic statues.
The castle was designed to intimidate both local people and the enemies.
Sugar is a compound which consists of carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen.
You need to put these books on the table over there.
Social psychology has been considered by human behavior. Being bilingual does not mean having the ability to analyze the language.
A series of the observations were carried out in the classroom.
Food has become a political issue in the world.
Too much information may be avoided by good research design.
The area has a number of underwater habitats and species.
Late applications are not accepted under any circumstances. Students should leave their bags on the tables by the door.
The collapse of the housing market has triggered recessions throughout the world.
Momentum is defined as the combination of mass and velocity.
The North Campus car park could be closed on Sunday.
Graphs are often useful for geographical research.
Animal and plant cells have a number of structures in common.
Firm conclusions can be established through rigorous experiments.
The library will be closed for staff training tomorrow morning.
The bus to London will leave 10 minutes later than expected.
We need to answer security questions if we want to reset the password. Salt is produced from the seawater or extracted from the ground. They developed a unique approach to training their employees. We cannot consider an increase in price at this stage.
I thought it was thrown in a small meeting room.
The garden behind the university is open to the public in summer.
Resources and materials are on hold at the library reference desk. Astronauts are using light years to measure the distance in space. Listening is the key to succeeding in this course.
Human beings compete with other living things for resources and space.
Strong liner is used to measure distance and baseline.
Everyone must evacuate the premises during the fire drill.
Many vocational courses in the institution are funded by private enterprises.
A laptop has been found at the biology lab.
The opening hours of the library are reduced during summer.
The reception staff can give advice about renting private accommodation.
A group meeting will be held tomorrow in the library conference room.
Universities should invest in new technologies designed for learning.
Tutors should set a clear goal at the start of the class.
Time and distance are used to calculate speed.
Our facilities include 5 items in the university.
The department has a higher than normal proportion of postgraduate students.
The cooperator operates a continuous assessment. The cooperator operates a continuous assessment. Students who study overseas can significantly improve work chances.
Strangely, people are simultaneously impressed by and skeptical of statistics.
Research shows the exercising makes us feel better.
Protective clothing must always be worn in the laboratory.
Economic development needs to be supported by the government.
Continuing students will be sent necessary application forms.
Good nutrition is crucial to the general health and vitality. More graduate training is often needed after the university study is finished.
His appointment as Minister of Culture was seen as a demotion.
Writing an essay is easy once the research is finished.
We study science to understand and appreciate the world around us.
Understanding how to use the library will save your time.
Traffic is the main cause of air pollution in many cities.
There is a pharmacy on campus near the bookstore.
The vocabulary that has peculiar meanings is called jargon.
The same issue featured both explanations of the problem.
The rising temperature is changing the wildlife population.
The railway makes long-distance travel possible for everyone.
The professor took a year off to work on her book.
The key difference between courses is the kind of assessment. The island is located at the south end of the bay.
The introduction is an important component of a good presentation.
The faculty staff are very approachable, helpful, and extremely friendly.
The essay will be published once the research is finished. The director of the gallery was grateful for the anonymous donation.
The designers will complete the plan later today.
The plight of wildlife has been ignored by local developers.
The University Theatre Group will be performing in the concert hall. The course helps students to improve their pronunciation skills.
The city's founders created a set of rules that became laws. The chemistry building is located near the entrance of the campus.
The application process may take longer than expected. The application process may take longer than expected.
The advertisement for children is open to much debate.
Studies show there is a positive correlation between two variables. Students were instructed to submit their assignments by Friday.
Students are encouraged to monitor their own attendance.
Sea levels are expected to rise during the next century.
Radio is a popular form of entertainment throughout the world.
The curriculum needed to be adjusted for the current development.
Remember, the prestigious election of stewardship has strict eligibility criteria.
Peer group pressure has a great effect on young people.
Packaging is very important to attract the attention of a buyer. Most scientists believe that climate change threatens lives on the Earth.
Laws protect consumer rights and help to avoid market problems.
It is really a comprehensive program comprising both theory and practice.
It is important to make clear notes while you are reading. In this language course, we focus on fluency and accuracy. Important details from the argument are missing in the summary.
I don't think it's possible to solve the problem easily.
Lectures are the oldest and the most formal teaching method at universities.
He landed his job in a very prestigious law firm.
The extent of advertising for children is open to much debate.
Students should have awareness of how the business develops globally. The archaeologist's new discoveries stand out in previously overlooked foundations.
Students requiring an extension should apply sooner rather than later.
Daily practice can build confidence and improve skills.
This theory is hard to obtain. Convincing evidence to support this theory is hard to obtain.
And in that regard, as well as in other regards, it stands as an important contribution.
All the educational reforms have been inadequately implemented.
All students are expected to attend 10 lab sessions per semester.
A very basic feature of computing is counting and calculating.
A person's educational level is closely related to his economic background.
A good architectural structure should be usable, durable and beautiful. A good academic paper should be clear.
A celebrated theory is still the source of great controversy.
Today, a number of students have volunteer jobs.
All dissertations must be accompanied with a submission form.
Certain scientific principles must be learned verbally or by logical deduction.
An architect is required of problem-solving skills and an eye of design.